Steve, I don't mean to cut you off, but we are now seeing
Main
President
Street.
Joe Biden exit Marine One and help out First Lady Dr. Joe Biden of the helicopter. They are now walking to the vehicles where
they are greeting a number of local politicians. We do know that Governor Greg Abbott is there.
The mayor of Uvalde also there, presumptively shaking hands with the president and the First Lady. And then from there, it appears as though they'll get in their vehicles and kind of go throughout town, hopefully stopping at that very powerful memorial that Steve was at.
Steve is located. That we don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know if that's on the schedule. But as you can see, they are meeting with those local leaders. Governor Greg Abbott, one of the first ones to greet President Biden. Mayor Ron Nirenberg greeting the president when he landed here at Kelly Field. And right now he's talking to those local leaders where he will get into that motorcade. We don't know the exact route of that motorcade, like Steve said, most likely for security purposes.
But we do know that the first official stop that is registered on the itinerary is going to be at Robb Elementary, the very powerful memorial out there. We know Jonathan Cotto is live out there waiting for the president's arrival. And then from there, he has a full itinerary to talk to a lot of people affected by this.
Yeah, he's going to go to Mass at Sacred Heart at noon. That Mass will last for an hour and a half. Then at 1:30, straight from Mass, he is going to spend the bulk of his visit meeting with the families of victims and survivors. And then at 5 p.m., he's going to meet with those first responders. So what you're looking at right there is President Joe Biden being greeted by local leaders, the mayor of Uvalde, Governor Greg Abbott. They're about to get into that motorcade and head to where Jonathan Cotto has been live all morning at Robb Elementary. And Steve Spriester talked about it a little bit. There is a big difference between the memorial where Steve is located, the center of town, and the memorial at Robb Elementary. You can't really get to that memorial at Robb Elementary. It's still an ongoing investigation. If you want to leave flowers, you have to give them to a trooper to leave. And I believe that's why the memorial where Steve is located at has just become so powerful. It's somewhat, the intimacy there is palpable that Steve has talked about.
And we know that we've heard from a lot of local leaders who have stepped up and taken center stage in the midst and the aftermath of this shooting. Roland Gutierrez on the scene. That's who President Biden is speaking with. And we know that Representative Tony Gonzalez, who represents the district, he has actually taken to Twitter saying that he's going to be hosting President Joe Biden throughout the day, throughout his visit. And you can see both of those state leaders right there. And I know that they're going to be talking about a lot. I know mental health, gun safety have been two of the top topics that they plan to discuss over the next coming days throughout this visit.
Now, Steve, I said we heard you just say there's motorcycles going by, so perhaps that's the direction the motorcade will go. Now, President Biden still has not gotten into his vehicle at this time. He is still talking to those local leaders.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. There are all indications that this is where he will be going by. They have cleared what is normally a very busy roadway through the heart of Uvalde. There are different law enforcement that have cleared off the different intersections. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things I was going to mention. When I pulled into town today, the police vehicle that was right next to me was from Converse. There are a number of law enforcement from around this region and around the state who have come to help supplement the Uvalde Police Department in all of this and in what they see. And the reason I mentioned the motorcycles, they were two DPS motorcycles that